never second guessing. I got a God complex. Haters love to hate, but I never feel pressed. Got a lot on my plate, but I never get stressed. I'll take all the pressure like I'm acing this test. Tear it up like I'm Jason. I see the world like it's ready for the taking. I see this place like a game I'm playing. Straight to the bank to collect my payments. No negotiations, it's my way, I was born impatient. And like a damn Freemason, I'll run this nation. They call me a god. They call me a god.
What up, Nine?
They call me a god.
Trapaholics Mixtapes.
As the 9% and word would say, make a better you, a better us.
Give them what they ask for.
Who do you think you are? I'm the word. Boy, I'm the one who put in the work.
When I move, it's in a quick rumble. I will never ever fall, never stumble. And I don't need to be humble. Break down walls like Jericho crumble.
What up, bro? It's the word. See the title we about to get into. But before we do that, do me a favor, hit that like and hit that subscribe button if you're new, man. It's free to you, but it mean the world to me. But we ain't got nobody in the chat. But what up, though, man? It's an open panel, open topic. We talk about whatever or whenever or however. Um, the link is pinned on the community wall. If you're on the vertical and you can't hit the link pinned to the top, it is on the community wall. So hit those three little dots. Go to the channel, go to post, and bam, it's right there. If you can't hit the link, it's pinned to the top. If you're on a regular stream, it's pinned to the top. Feel free, come up, come talk to your boy. I ain't got nothing to talk about tonight. Only reason I went live, I ain't gonna lie to you, because Sis said she wanted to go live. So I'm waiting for Tay to come through. That's always a great conversation with Sis. So yeah, just wait for Tay to come through. Gary, D Shep might come through. We might have an all-star crew tonight, y'all. We might have a great live. We have a good live anyway, but we might have a great one. It has the potential. So yeah, so that's what we gonna do. But yeah, I just came up to say what up though. Wait for the people to come through. I ain't really got nothing to say, bro. I ain't watched nothing. I've been chilling all day. It was like me time today. So, I read, been reading this book almost through it. So I read a couple chapters. So that sat back, relaxed, chill with the family. My sister-in-law came through. My wife's cousin came through. So we was just chilling, you know, just chilling, man. Good, easy day, man. Just experiencing the family, if anything. Just sit back and relax. Watch the Lions game. That pissed me off. I was just on Gary Channel talking about that. Rudy, what it do with the business is, man? What's good, Rudy? 11:27. That's what's up. That's what's up. About 12:30 where I'm at, bro. 12:30. Yeah, 12:30 over here. Yeah, you got to be west somewhere. But yeah, so yeah, I ain't had nothing planned for tonight. I am going to finish talking about the chocolate system soon. I just got to make two more clips, so we gonna do that. Mella, what up, though, Mella?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. What up,
Oh,
though?
good, good. Hey, happy Sunday, or rather Monday. It's good
Happy
to
Monday.
hear your voice again. Let me turn
I
this mic up
know.
a little bit. Your mic as well as my mic. I mean, when I say mic, I mean the volume. I'm turning this volume up so I can hear you better. What's on your mind? What's going on?
You know what? I had a good day today. I just been chilling, man. I just been
Yeah.
chilling. I ain't seen nothing crazy today. I seen some crazy shit yesterday. Looking
I
at that, but I
heard.
went listen that what is her name? Megan Kelly, when she was defending Jeffrey Epstein. They had just put that clip on the internet, so I went back
Megan,
and watched that.
Megan, I wish I was a black woman, Kelly.
Yeah,
That's her
yeah,
problem.
her.
She wish, you know what? I don't mean to be presumptuous, but if I didn't know any better,
Hmm.
she has. I wish I knew what it was like
Oh,
to be a sister vibes. I've
I'm gonna
seen it
show you
before.
something. I want to show you something. I just seen. I gotta find it. They got liquid melanin like you drink. You know.
You can drink melanin. Hello? Oh, you looking something up?
Yeah,
Okay, I'll wait.
yeah. Oh no, you can talk. I wanted to show you this. Now they drinking melanin. They drinking it. Right, hold on, bro.
We better be careful. They're gonna start kidnapping people if they're not already.
I was
Get
about
that
to
to
say.
extract that melanin and put it in storage somewhere. You know, we've been exploited for everything else that they can come up with. That's a fact. In this country, man, the sick old days when, they couldn't just kill a black man, right? They had to go through the rigmarole of getting the whole town together, hanging the black man, castrating him, and burning him. Like they had to do all this extra stuff. You don't do that unless you intensely resent what they represent. They rhyme, so you know it's true.
Mhm.
Unless you intensely resent what they represent, you're not gonna go through all this. Like, look, you can't own no property. Just get your ass on somewhere. If you come back around here again, it it's gonna be a different story. That kind of shit, right? It's like you ain't got no power over here. Like, go on somewhere. No, all the extra effort. It wasn't just to scare black folks. Black folks was already scared. It was something else. They not only castrated our men, defiled our women, they made lampshades out of our skin. They smoked our hair, brother. Did you know there was a such product back in the day called nigger hair?
Yeah,
You smoke it.
yeah.
That's that crazy
They
shit I'm talking about.
making wallets and belts out of skin. Just
Make
weird,
just
crazy shit.
nigger skin belts,
Yeah.
nigger skin belts. And then all the cruelty, and then this mentality of they can take pain, you know, they
Yeah.
they can endure. It's like that's how they animalized us, right? Because I remember going to a innocent enough, child's baseball game. My own child, as a matter of fact, he was in a baseball league, not a league, but a baseball team. You know how you get your child to try out different sports throughout their childhood. So this particular season, it was baseball. Um, but I got tired of paying for all that shit, so I signed up with the park districts. But so you know, any random ignorant person who had a child could be there in the stands. And this is to prove my point mentioned earlier. This guy brought a pit bull, beautiful, 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 beautiful looking dog, and I just couldn't. I couldn't help but admire the beauty of its stature. You know, it was just a beautiful dog. You know, that guy he had the nerve to tell me, like, yeah, they can withstand pain. Just out of the blue, just told me some shit. I'm like, oh, that's a beautiful dog. A pit bull? You know, because I didn't know the difference between a pit bull or bulldog. I don't get into dogs like that. I was like, it's a pit bull, right? Or a bulldog. It's a pit bull. She is a pit bull. I was like, wow, she's beautiful. It's like, yeah, they can withstand a lot of pain. I was like, what? And I didn't want to know what he meant behind it. I just left it there, you know, because we're talking about a public park district, you know, baseball club for the summertime, you know. So we talking about a ignorant ass everyday public person. I didn't want to know. There's some things you just don't want to know what's behind a statement. You know what I'm saying?
The person's ideology, why they even made that, you
It's just
know,
like
assertion.
so they equated us to animals under the assumption that we can quote unquote withstand pain. So they got their kicks off of torturing us. That was their sick ass appetite, man.
Uh, Didi,
That
what
was
up, though?
their
Appreciate
sick,
the calls. What up, though?
demonic, white
Hey,
devil
y'all.
ass appetite, man. And you know what? Unfortunately, we learn from their example. Here we are, fast forward, mistreating one another. Ain't that a damn shame?
Very, very late, man. It's I was over on what's the name? Mouthpiece channel yesterday. I wasn't on the panel, I was just in the chat. But I was telling them because somebody had mentioned like in their educational system. One of the guys asked, like, when did you hear about slavery? I was like, my grandmother told. And she was telling me like I was like 6 years old and she was telling me what happened. Like she was telling me what happened, like what her mother went through, what her grandmother went through, what she went through. She was born in the Jim Crow era. So she was just telling me the real. That's how grandma was. So like before they told me in the book, I already knew what it was. Like and a lot of you have to hear like the books that we have, especially in the education system, they don't tell you about slavery. They make it seem like these people, nah, man, we went through some harsh shit. They to keep black people quiet, they put physical locks on their face through their skin. They bore holes in their skin and put a lock on it so they couldn't talk, cut out their tongue, stuff like that, so they wouldn't pass down knowledge. Like people don't understand. Like they used to, it was a process they had to induce fear. So what they used to do was take a pregnant woman and take the father of the baby and kill him right before she was ready to deliver. They used to unalive him in front of her, getting her all worked up in fear, getting that
They
dopamine, that
cut the baby out
all
of
that
it, didn't they?
chemical, and then they would cut the baby out the woman and
Yeah.
give it to another child. So you have no one able or no adults. They had kids raising kids. So when you say, you know, a lot of things that affect our current conditions, when you talk about black people as a group, um, is was created during slavery time. Even kids raising kids. That's why it's so normal.
Yeah, the
All this
torture.
is learned
Yeah,
behavior. They did it to us. Now we do it to each other.
it's really it's a whole nother level of sickness when say for instance somebody among us is talented enough to just look at this objectively without personalizing it, like I'm black, I'm mad. Like, okay, step outside of being black, just be this divine observer and weigh that. Like, to imagine the mentality it takes to convince oneself that, oh, because of their skin color, they are not human. Thereby, I'm cool with torturing them. I'm cool with it. And we're talking about hundreds of years of being cool with convincing oneself that they're not human. They don't look like me, so they're not human. That's some old sick ass. That's some sick. That's demonic. And so when it
But
comes to Megyn Kelly, she's a product of her sick ass ancestors. That's why she's a hater, and that's why she will die in her hate. And those are my final thoughts about Megan wish she was Black Kelly.
what up, Gary? What up, man? Hey, each y'all. Hey, each y'all. Dee 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 dee. What files? What it do with the business is, man? Hope everybody good out there, man. We just rapping, talking about anything, open topic.
I
The
heard that
link is pinned.
bullshit she said about Michelle Obama. Talking about she's so negative. She's so negative. Why do you have to say everything and remind us that you're Black? We know you're Black. Like, why you gotta keep saying it? La, 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 la. It's like this. Wish she would have been worthy to be a president's wife. Jealous ass trick. Just saying shit out of hate, man. I can't stand Megyn Kelly. I don't. The last time I heard anything regarding Megyn Kelly was a reaction that another channel holder did. But as far as me tuning in to find out the next
Like
insane
people,
rant that she'll do, I don't tune into that. I just so happen to be subscribed to people who tune into it. And that's how I found out she said some shit about Michelle Obama. So I'm not going to watch them either. I'm not gonna watch this. It's like if you're gonna be covering Megyn Kelly for content, like man, I'll talk to you later. You know, I ain't got
ain't
nothing
ain't
good to say about
ain't
that
she
woman.
ain't she the lady that said told LeBron James to shut up and dribble the ball or something like that? Ain't that her? Is that her?
I don't know I just know what she said about Michelle Obama,
Yeah, I
and that
think
was
that if
enough
I'm
for
not
me.
mistaken, if I'm wrong, y'all correct me, but I think that's when I stopped really paying attention to who she
Yeah,
was.
yeah.
Then
I
when they
just
were saying that she was taking up for Jeffrey Epstein,
some
I was
brother's
like, I
channel
had to hear
featured
it.
what she said about Michelle Obama, and I'm just like, okay, anybody got something to say about Megyn Kelly? I'm not trying to hear it because believe it or not, we have to guard what our ears hear and what our eyes see. And I'm
Oh
not
yeah.
gonna go to bed being mad at Megyn Kelly for being the white devil she is. We already know what the deal is. We already know what the deal is. I don't need to hear it. I'm not
But what
asking you
you
not to say nothing about her, but you asked what I thought, and those are my thoughts.
but what you said earlier too, I think that was dope because that's how especially when I look at history, I don't really I can't name something that I analyze with emotional bias. But it's hard for people to do because we associate ourselves to what we resonate with. So, but if you can do that, white or black, look at slavery and look at what actually happened. Like even when they was using babies as alligator bait, like what kind of sick fuck do you have to be? Like if that happened to anybody, like if even when you look at the history of Australia and seeing how they did the indigenous people there in
Mhm.
Australia, the shit, it was similar to what they did. I mean, people have went around the globe and genocide people, and the way they did it, uh, a lot of it was like you said, dismemberment of people. To do that, you sick. But then when you look at the history of serial killers and how they do it, like I mean.
Let's see. Let's see.
This is why I get upset when they say black people are innately violent because it's like, nah, bro, we don't do shit like that. Like
Well, okay,
that.
here we go. Here we go. Let's keep in mind that our history goes way back too, way back, and it's not a foreign concept that some atrocities were committed by our people when we was on top. Okay. So
Yeah, not my people.
okay, well,
Like
what I'm saying is this country.
human beings. Yeah, yeah. I
Yeah, I'm
mean,
talking
in
about
general,
this
human.
country, the
Yeah,
history of this country, and unfortunately, there are a lot of people who don't look like us that want us to forget what they did to those that look like us. They want us to forget it. They literally like do you know how crazy that is? Like you mean to tell me you want the right to uh to remind us that your intention is to remain on top and you would greatly appreciate it without recompense, without without it being compensable, like without any compensation. You basically want us to forget for free. That's what I'm trying to say. They want us forget for free. You know what I'm saying? It's like that's such an insult, man. You want me to forget for free that y'all ain't shit? That's what you
but
asking me to do?
this would be
They done
killing me though.
lost
Like
they ever loving mind. You want me to forget for
people,
free that y'all ain't shit?
but see,
That's crazy.
people go back to slavery. Like you can go back to the Jim Crow era, the redlining, the even the crack epidemic. Like, bro, that was in the '80s, man, and that's been proven. Y'all was pumping drugs into black neighborhoods to fund a
Talk
war,
about
to help some other
gaslighting.
country fight a war. Like that shit crazy as hell. You gonna
Talk
fuck up your
about
own people
gaslighting,
to
brother.
make money to help another country? You will fuck up your own people. Like, I mean,
Not
so I
only
mean, even
that,
though
they have assistance for people that's on this what's that drug that they own out there? Meth and
even
what's
the
that?
Tuskegee experiments, like, come on, bro, that
Oh,
shit ain't that far back.
that these people that are addicted to these opioids, right? They
Yeah,
have assistance for people that are on
yeah,
opioids, right?
yeah.
And meth and all that kind of shit. But when it came to the crack era, they was just
The
demonized.
shit that they put in there. That's the difference too. These people
And
going out
I
doing that. They getting
and
that
guess
shit from
what?
their
The
doctors,
people,
bro.
yeah.
They brought the shit to us in the hood. Like I was telling people, I was talking to this one dude on here, and he was like, I'm like, bro, I grew up in the city of Detroit, bro. They was dropping off cases of weapons, bro. And there wasn't nobody who looked like me. They was dropping off cases. We had military grade weapons. Stop playing. And run around the street. We dumbass kids. What you think we gonna do?
Well,
But
they
we
knew
didn't
what we
go.
was
That shit
gonna
was
do.
brought to us.
They
That shit
knew
was
they
brought to us.
they
We didn't
knew
go
what
looking
we was
for it.
gonna do because the family structure was already dismantled. There was no
Like, yeah, it was already
guidance.
fucked up.
I mean, single mothers sent their boys outside and don't you bring your ass in this house until it's dark. So that leaves a child outside all day to be influenced by a degenerate neighborhood and its degenerate influences. So it's just a matter of time before that child becomes a degenerate him or herself, because the structure of the family home was dismantled a long time ago when black men were not allowed access to a family wage, you know. And so what
It's
is a
just like
woman to do? What is a woman to do? It's like he wants to continue to make these babies with me that we can't afford to take care of. Here comes the government talking about, guess what, is some food for your children. The catch is you gotta get that man out your house that you made these babies with. And she's looking at her hungry kids and she's like, bet I'll take the food to feed these kids. Uh, I love you, brother, but you got to go. Now, as terrible as that is, let's keep in mind that, you know, a lot of things came on the scene after that too. You know, so it the access to women finding it um non-beneficial as compared to a man's instability to provide for the children he's making with her became, so here comes the sexual freedom, the government jobs, the soul train, the you know, you know, just crack, just all types of shit was just bombarded, and then the rumors of black women being like welfare queens. It was just like a bombardment of negative, negative uh, introductions as incentives to dismantle a solid family. You know, there just it was a you can't plan that shit no better. If I wanted to destroy a race of people, you can't plan that shit no better. It's just gonna take some time. It's like
Really,
fight.
what up
We
though?
give we give incentives to separate. We give incentives to distract. We give incentives to shame. We give incentives to become addicted. We give incentives to resent. Like nothing has been solid on a consistent basis to
Well, Hoover already
keep
told
us
you.
to keep us trusting each other.
Hoover already told you what the goal was. If they ever get another leader, it's gonna be one I give them. So
A
that's why I
leader,
picked this one up. Yeah,
a leader.
yeah. J. Edgar Hoover said that we can't organize. We can't get together on the same page on nothing no more.
You
We
know,
used to, we'd have built Black Wall Street. We had the Panther Party. We wouldn't even have WIC in America today if we ain't had a Black Panther Party. They started after school program. People, I mean, people utilize that shit today. Don't even know where it came from. They took the boys and girls clubs out the hood. That's when the hood got bad, bro. When they removed like the YMCA and the boys and girls club, they started taking the rims off the wasn't nobody doing it but getting in trouble after that. We had places to do and things to do. You give an idle mind nothing to do with it, they will create some bullshit. And that's what happened, bro. That's when the hood got bad. Hood was good
well,
when we had places and outlets and
in the
stuff.
interest
Even
of
though the
time,
dads wasn't in the house, yeah, even though the pops and stuff wasn't in the house, that you were still getting that male mentorship at these boys and girls clubs, the YMCA. You were still getting that mentorship. The
and
POW, the Police Athletic League. I mean, they took all that shit off the hood. I remember that shit. All that shit disappeared.
yeah, it did. And in the interest of being optimistic, uh, it's an innate gift that we have as a people to be resilient, and we will find a way.
Yeah,
I say
yeah,
that with
that's all.
full confidence. We will find a way because we've demonstrated too much resilience to not believe anything otherwise. We will find a way. It's looking kind of shady and crazy, but we will find a way.
This is the thing about, especially Black Americans, bro.
We're very
Put the,
resilient as a people,
yeah, you put our back against the wall. That's when
but
we
that
at
don't
our
mean
best.
we got to choose to suffer.
No, I don't mean you got to choose to suffer, but when you put the back against the wall, that's when we shine, bro. That's just, I mean, you can look throughout history. I mean, even me as a personal reference.
But can't we
I mean,
shine without suffering?
shit,
Like
I'm
I'm looking
shining
forward
without
to
suffering
that.
now. As a group, I don't know, but I say this: if every individual takes responsibility for self, we can get there as a group. But that's what it got to be. This, what I like in the last 15 years of my life. You know what I noticed? More black people hold themselves back by trying to help other black people instead of them just moving forward. With what you got, just move forward. And that's where I had to get to. Because when I start doing good, I'm looking around like, man, my boys fucked up. Let me pull them up. And I know as I'm trying to pull them up, these motherfuckers pulling me down, bro. But the motherfuckers who rose with me, they just said, shit, I'm going to just follow your footsteps. You ain't even got to pull me up. I'm going to just follow the path that you created. And I
That's
got
pretty
like
much what
five,
you got
I
to
probably
do.
got about 4 or 5 of my boys, You know, two of them doing better than me right now, but four or five of them did that. The ones I tried to pull up, motherfuckers almost pulled me back down, bro. So that's what the whole black people back are designed to help everybody, bro.
Well,
We can't help everybody.
you gotta deal
Everybody can't be
wisely.
helped.
Well, okay, that's an absolute statement. What I will offer you to consider is that you got to deal wisely with losers. You know, we know a loser when we're experiencing it, right? It's like, oh man, my brother or my sister, she's losing in life. I'm up. Let me turn her on. Let me turn him on to something that's gonna prosper them. But they're a loser. See, where we make the mistake in trying to lift up a loser, right, is we're exposing them to too much too soon. They have to acclimate their mentality to have a sense of responsibility and a prosperity that they can look forward to. We just want to give them the prosperity right out the gate. A loser has to be prepared to receive that prosperity. You can't just give it to them because they still got that loser mentality. You have to train them out of that loser mentality. And that's where people mess up by trying to, put on their brother, put on their sister, like, hey, I'm shining. Like I want you to shine with me. But you giving them too much too soon. You gotta give an opportunity for them to climb out of that loser mentality in slow increments. Give them small doses of like, look, this over here. I think we could be interested in that. What do you see? You could be sitting there as a millionaire, right? And they don't know it. They heard you was shining. Unfortunately, you got to act broke around them. You be like, yeah,
Mm.
I wish I could come up, man. Like it's
Oh,
gonna be,
man.
you got to be broke around these losers, man. You got to pretend like you,
Hey,
and it's sad. But it's true. You got to pretend like you broke around these losers because they
you,
will fuck your shit up. Because they still have a
man,
loser mentality.
you ain't never lied, bro. Look, I started laughing when you said that because I just learned, like, I be trying to put people on, and this happened to me twice. I'm putting people on. They like, damn, he got it. And guess what they thought? I'm gonna take it from him. And now I'm like, nah, bro. Look,
You
I can
did
just
it
spit
too
some game to you.
soon. Yeah, you did
Man,
it too
I
soon.
learned that the hard way.
A loser has to acclimate themselves into the mentality of a winner. It takes time for that to happen, man. I'm telling you. I I'm just telling you, okay?
You
Because
know what I do now? This is what I do now. Right.
I wanted to get somebody a business and they just wouldn't straighten up and fly right. They just wouldn't do it because I didn't acclimate them. Like I was just like, man, I wish, I wish I owned a car wash. I wish I owned a lawn. I started talking about ownership, right? I was like, guess what? We can do it. Here we go. It was like, all you gotta do is get your act together. And this is how you do it so that you can be stable enough to maintain a business and profit from it. I'm talking about prosperity. Oh, I'm with it. I'm with it. Sniff, 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 sniff. I'm with it. I'm with it. You know what I'm saying? They still in
Mm.
that loser ass shit. What they
Let
just
me tell you about
waking
how
up
to hit a
trying to
lick.
figure out how they gonna get over instead of understanding it's a process, a discipline to accomplish your dreams. For goodness sakes, there's a process. This shit don't just land in your lap. You have to actually conduct the actions of an owner to be an owner. You can't just sit back and be like, yeah, 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 I'm with it. No, you have to do a little bit more than just be with it. You have to be in it, doing it, conducting it. Don't just give me lip service. Demonstrate, man. Demonstrate. And a loser does not know how to demonstrate success because they've always been a loser. You gotta, hand walk them through it. And
Hey, I'm
that's a long, frustrating process. Because
And see, that's
if they've been a loser for more than a decade or 2 decades, it's gonna take at least 5 years to get their mind right, halfway right, I should say. And that who got time for that? Who got time for that?
that's
Who
what.
got time to hold somebody's hand for like 5, 10 years? Who got time for that? That shit's
And see, that's
frustrating.
why.
I got a life.
And that's what I love about a model now. Everybody can't be helped, but like for people in that space, I need people around me who can deal with that because I can't. I
They
ain't
can't
dealing with
even be a
nobody.
decent bodyguard because they show up late.
Yeah,
What the
yeah.
fuck?
I'm
It's like
straight.
I'm
I
paying you
can't.
to be security and you late and you still want me to pay you. That's crazy.
Let's see. I can't. I can't deal with people on that level. Like, I don't judge nobody. It's just I don't fuck with everybody neither. So if a person ain't about taking care of business, then I can't fuck with you on that level. It can be cordial, hey, bye, 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 but I can't have you around me in my circle
Yeah, I was
because
out late
I
last
need a
night. You know how we do. I was like, no, I know how we used to do 20 years ago.
or or
I know how
yeah,
we
I'm
used to
straight.
do 20 years ago. What are you talking about? Like, what are you
Yeah,
talking about? And it's hurtful when you are compelled to leave somebody behind. That's because then you find out that they died. You find out that they got incarcerated. You find out that they they're just doing all types of other stuff that's against their best interest. When you wanted to be a part of how they could, elevate themselves, you want to assist in their elevation, but they're not ready. And to this day, I blame myself for not knowing the mechanisms of human dynamics and how not knowing psychology, right? I think if I knew what I know now about psychology, I would have been better equipped to handle my my plan. My plan was like, I'm gonna get you out of this situation, as opposed to actually being able to execute it because I didn't know psychology. I didn't understand that somebody that is an addict, you can't just take them out of their situation. They have to actually um, demonstrate the commitment to embrace it. They have to demonstrate the commitment to embrace prosperity as opposed to just still having their mind clouded with obsessing over their addiction. It's really sad.
I was talking to my homeboy because he used to teach middle school, and I was telling him like they should implement psychology in middle school and all through high school because that's a main aspect of life is not only understanding yourself but understanding other people. And people don't get exposed to psychology unless they go to college and pick up a course where you need psychology. But that's one of them things of life. Like it helps develop you, but it also helps you understand other people's development too. So that's why I'm like real into that. And like even like the common things, like when people say narcissism, most people who say that, I see people make videos. They don't even know how a professional
They don't know.
diagnosed
They
narcissism.
don't know.
They don't even know how it's diagnosed. And I asked this one guy because he was like, "Oh, you're a narcissist." I said, "Me?" I said, "Well, what kind?" A narcissist. No, it's 7 different kinds. What kind? He like, I said, "How you gonna call me something, bro? Because you ain't having your way with me. That's why you think I'm a narcissist. Because you're not having your way with me. That's not what narcissism is.
It's
You're just
about
fucking dumb. You're
yeah.
just dumb. That's it."
They heard something that was catchy as opposed to studying it. And really
Yeah.
that's for college, or rather I should say highly educated people too. Just because you're formally educated, that doesn't mean that you dotted all the I's and
You,
crossed all the T's in life. There's some things they can.
Uh,
We're all students of
the,
this world.
this is what people like. Even when people are educated, I can tell how they're educated because it's levels of it. Every doctor, every psychologist, every therapist. Not only do they have to know what's in the book, but they have to get real life experience. And a lot of these educated people on here, they don't have real life experience. They can just regurgitate some shit they read. So
Precisely.
when they do that, I be tearing their ass up too. It's like, bro, that
Precisely.
shit ain't even applicable. You can't even apply that to life. That's a fucking theory, bro. That's not. But so even these educated, I can use book words all day. My vernacular is vast. I can sit up here and use. I've been in, and not only because I study words, but just the different things that I do. Everything has its own lingo. Working in a hospital, hospital terms are different from street terms. You know, marketing terms are different from street terms. Financial terms are different from street terms. So just being in different fields, I picked up different, words. So that's how my vernacular really grew by the exposure of life, the things I did. So I mean, you don't have to be go to school to be educated. Some of the smartest people on this planet never went to college, and some of them went to
That's right.
community college. Some of them went to fucking. I be hearing people. I went to a great university. You just got a big ass bill, bro. Some of the smartest people on the planet went to little community colleges. So that shit don't matter neither. Even when you look up IQ is the process of reasoning. It's just being able to problem solve. That's all IQ is. Problem solving different subjects. And if you a thinker, that's all you gotta do is think and work shit out.
That's all you got to do is think. A lot of times the Almighty guides people in a way that they should go. You just have to watch the signs. Um, I'm not saying that. How can I put this? It's not that I am dismissing the value of those credentials. Okay, depending on how you navigate your life, it can make the difference between a door being open for you versus a door being closed for you. I get that. People that are joining these sororities, these going to these top tier universities, I get that. Like it opens a lot of doors through proximity and connection. I get that. All I'm saying is you never know what God has planned for you. Just watch the signs. Just watch the signs. Like, you know, a lot of people have been led down paths that open doors to opportunities they would not have ever gotten if they were clouded and narrow minded. Like if they were just narrow minded, like all they wanted to do was just be about their block, be about their hood, and everything that the hood and the block do. But as opposed to that tunnel vision, they actually have a broader view and aspiration in life. So they're aware of ideas that just make sense in a direction that they should go. It's about, as you said, thinking for yourself. A lot of people don't think
Mhm.
for themselves. They have this hive mindset, this group mentality. Like, you know, how you mentioned the narcissistic word that all of a sudden everybody knew. They didn't study that for themselves. They heard it from somebody else. It sounded cute and they ran with it. You know, they don't know the intricate details of, you know, what it is to think for themselves. Um, and to be honest with you, at some point in life, you do have to follow the crowd in order to, you know, get to the fork in the road. And then at that fork in the road, it's up for, the spirit inside you to decide whether you're going to go over here, go over there. As You're right. You're right, word. At some point, you got to think for yourself. And a lot of people are afraid. They're so afraid of thinking for themselves. They think we ain't got no leader. That's what's wrong with black folks. We
Yeah.
ain't got no leader.
That's
What the fuck are you
what
talking about?
everybody looking for, bro. Everybody looking for a leader and
Everybody
don't
looking
look
for
in the
a
mirror, bro.
leader when they
Don't
can't
even
even
look in the
use their
mirror,
own mind. They looking for a leader
bro.
because they can't use their own mind.
Yeah, man. Looking for somebody that, I don't know. I mean, but that's, man, I believe that's a condition that was created too. I mean, they kind of been put in position to do that shit instead of looking at ourselves, man. That's why I be spitting the way I spit. And when I come on here, I do what I do. I don't do nothing like nobody else. I do my own thing, bro. I can come on here and get numbers and I'm good at talking shit, bro. I can talk shit all day. I'm really good. I just don't. Because I'm
Mhm.
trying to create a brand. I'm trying to, it's bigger than me. So, the program is bigger than me. I want to show other people this shit can be done. And I'll be the pioneer if I got it. Like, you can
Mhm.
come on here and build and do positive, good shit. You can make money on here, make money off here. You can do all that, bro. We can come on here, we can connect. We can connect with people from all over the world. So I'm trying to be in everybody else. That's
Well,
what I'm trying.
I became fascinated with the new technology. This was about maybe 10, 12 years ago. I was fascinated with this concept of interactive conversations in real time. You know, it was fascinating to me because people were going out of their way with these productions um
Mm-hmm.
of being on what they called back in the day the big screen, so you got this person that's so-called live and they're talking their smack or instructing or whatever. um Sometimes it would be skits, sometimes it would, just different types of productions and ideas to draw an audience in. And when I realized that, like, wow, you could hit a so-called link. It wasn't StreamYards back then, it was something else. um but when I realized that you could actually join a conversation with strangers from all places, all over the country, let alone the world, all over the place. And you all just talk to each other about whatever, the topic or whatever. I was like, this is some interesting technology right here. And that's what got me caught up. Because unfortunately, my algorithm uh kept kept me on what's called Black YouTube. And unfortunately, Black YouTube is full of laughable situations, to say the
You know
least.
what? I be looking at some of these people. I'm like, bro, you got so much potential if you could get away from the bullshit.
It
And
was
it's like, it's
Yeah, I
sad
got
to me
caught up.
how
I got
people
caught
can't.
up in the BS. I got way caught up in the BS because uh I started cussing people. I started cussing out strangers, you know. But to be honest with you, and I don't mean to sound petty, but they started with me first. Because I I joined some of these conversations, lighthearted, wanting to sing
Like,
songs
triggered.
and get along, right? Wanting to sing songs and get along. That was my intention. But then here comes somebody that starts dogging you. They start talking under your clothes, talking about this a man's space, and calling you out your name. And because I'm a veteran, right? There was, well, a war veteran at that. And I don't really want to blame it on being a veteran, because even veterans got more sense than that. It was just something about me that refused to let somebody get away with talking crazy to me. I just refused to allow that. And then it became a pattern, which developed into a habit where I
Yeah.
would, because this was my algorithm exposure, I'm Black YouTube. Every time you turn around, some damn drama going on. So I participate in the drama. And of course, drama's going to come to me. And it just became a pattern, you know. And the way I am in my actual reality is a different existence than the the antics of my persona online. You know, um, it's not. It's. But
My
see,
my
I'm not looking for a leader, right? I From day one, there are people that have tried to pretend like I'm obligated to stay present on their channel
that should
exclusively.
be weird. That
Like,
should be weird,
I
bro.
saw you over
Like,
there at such and such's channel.
do
I'm like, and
you do
well,
you
you
know what that
supposed to
says
be
about
over
a
here.
person? Do
They
you
start
know what that says about a person though?
they
Like when
start
people do that,
naming gang.
I
It's
be
a
sitting
gang
back like
mentality. I've never been in a gang.
it's not
I
even
don't do
that.
that.
It is now like think about this, right? This is YouTube. Anybody can like you come over you come over when you come. You ain't never heard me. No, where you been? None of that. Look, man, people. This is YouTube, but
Where
this
you
isn't that.
been? I
People
remember
been
when I
in
first heard
people.
that.
People have real fucking lives, right? People can't, they got real lives. Even if I see somebody in the chat and then I go live and they ain't in my chat, I
They
don't know
say
what the
stuff
fuck
like,
they got to
"It's
do.
been a
This is how
while.
I be thinking, right?
Where you
I be
be?"
thinking, yeah, they be saying that condescending shit. Like, when people come through, I be like, damn, good to see you. If anything, I'll be 100% honest with you. When I don't see people fall out, like, I ain't seen my boy Frankie. I'm like, damn, I hope he good. I didn't see, is this dude named Ethan. I'm like, damn, I ain't seen Ethan in a minute. Somebody in the chat was like, he had heart surgery, right? But it'd be some foul ass people who'd be like, oh, they ain't in my chat. This man just had heart surgery, bro. You don't know what he going through in life. Just because he ain't in your fucking YouTube chat, that shit is so fucking weird. But that
They
shows,
speaking of
like, people in
psychology,
real life, like, you don't have a fucking real life, bro. If
they
you
have
looking at people
control
like
of
that on here,
yeah.
you don't have a real life. You don't, because you can't comprehend why people ain't in your fucking chat when you go live. You know why?
Mhm.
Because you don't have a. This is your fucking life. That's what that shit be telling me when people do that. They be
You
spazzing
supposed
out.
to
I
be
be
a
like, God damn.
They got a case of the supposed tos. That's that control freak shit. You got a case of the supposed tos when you expecting somebody not to have a life other than what you dictate. That's crazy to me. That's like, are you serious? Like,
And you supposed to be in the chat. Like, hold on, bro. Like even like when people, I usually give everybody blue sticks, right? I
and
do
what
that
was
for
really
a couple
spooky,
reasons.
is when they identify you with a channel. That's spooky. It's like,
Yeah,
oh yeah,
yeah. But
you
it's
over
like, damn, you
there with
watching
them.
me and shit. But see, man, people
I'm
so
like,
fucked
wait
up
a
on
minute,
here.
you
They be
following
they
me
be doing that
around?
behind the scenes. Like I had some, I've been on here 3 years. So like a year ago, I had somebody who used to come through here, and the person was like supporting, helping me, trying to build my channel. And they was like sending me screenshots like, "Oh, this person ain't in your chat, but look where they at." And I'm looking like, "So I don't give a fuck where what you fucking doing.
Last I
Where
checked,
they
they're
at, bro? I
don't.
go on at 12 o'clock at night. Them motherfuckers probably gotta get up and go to work tomorrow. That's why I don't be tripping because it's like I have to do shit in real life. So sometimes I be in people bushes, bro. I don't even type. I just be listening to the show in the bushes and never type. And
It
one
it
day I typed, it was like, "Oh, now you want to type?" And I'm like, "Well, shit, I won't come
it
back."
sound yeah.
Like, I've been watching your shit. I just
It,
didn't. I didn't. I got kids, bro. I got a whole wife, bro. I only got limited time to do bull. I mean, I ain't say
it
bullshit, but to
says
do
more
good.
about them than what they
Hmm.
realize. Like it's like you are so insecure
Hmm.
or something. Something's
No, that's
wrong.
another aspect of it. That's another part of it.
That insecurity
Is the
shit.
insecurity.
That's
Oh,
crazy.
you in their chat, but you ain't in mine, bro. Like, all right, man. If y'all ever hear me do that, please call me out on my shit. If
Yeah, I'll
y'all
be
ever
like,
see me do some
you all
crazy shit
right?
like that,
Are you all
that
right?
shit sound, that should be crazy, bro.
That's
When
that's
people be
that's
spazzing the fuck
spooky.
out.
They
Like
be
I seen
spazzing.
people whole lives about people who ain't in their chat no more. I'd be like, look, man, some people come, some people go. You
They
don't know.
act like they
You know what I'm
actually
saying?
own
Motherfucker
somebody
might be
now.
arrested and shit. Motherfucker might be behind bars. You don't know. Motherfucker might be in a grave. You don't know, bro.
They
This shit
actually
crazy.
act
And
like they own
then,
somebody now.
but you know the main reason I don't do that because to me it's disrespectful to the people who are there. Like even if we got three people here. It's
That
disrespectful to
somebody,
them, me
somebody,
complaining about who ain't here. To me, that's just
somebody
how.
call themselves having such a low regard for my persona that they said, "Well, if you can't be over here, where else you gonna go?" Like, like that channel was the only show in town or some shit.
Mhm, mhm,
And
mhm.
it was like,
I was about to get on the panel. You was on somebody's panel, and it was this light skinned cat talking shit. I was about to get up there. I was feeling pity, and like I was about to tear his ass a new hole, and I'm like, I ain't
sometimes I let
gonna
people talk crazy to me, as the years have gone by because I, you
Yeah,
know,
that's it. He seemed thirsty as hell anyway. I was about to roast his ass. I was in that mood. I'm like, nah, 'cause I
a
need to go
lot of
over
them are
there.
thirsty
Let me
for my
see this.
attention, to be honest with you.
He was
I,
like,
I
that's
would, I
my
would never
girl. You like
say
what?
that.
That's
I what I don't want to do is get an inflated ego. That's what I don't want to do because pride comes before a fall. So what my focus and my spirit is to continue uh to maintain good communication regardless. Like it could be good, bad, and everything in between, but I'm maintaining communication because to be honest with you, I care about people that I like. I care about people that I like. I really do. And if I like somebody, even if I don't like, there's this individual that I don't get along with, but I like them. So periodically, and I believe it or not, I'm unsubscribed, but I periodically check up on people that I like, but I don't show up for because we've had, some really intense pull out your hair, low down, dirty ass, cuss out sex. Like I've said the most vile things, and people have said vile things to me, like really low down, crazy shit. I'm over it, but maybe they're not, and I have to respect that. I'm not gonna assume that somebody forgives me for saying what I said to them. I'm not gonna assume that, you know. Um, sometimes well, how can I put this? I had to realize how impactful it is to be mean spirited. You know, a lot of this stuff is not fun and games when somebody's cussing each other out. There are people that have called CPS on people. There are people that have,
and I ain't trying to do none
went
of
to
that
people's
shit.
houses, all kinds of crazy stuff. And then they wonder why I don't cam up. It's like, cause y'all crazy. Like you could dox me all you want to, but what you don't have is my face. So you won't be able to, you know, put the puzzle pieces together. Cause y'all crazy. But I like
See that? Yeah, but you know what, man? That's why, like me
I
personally,
like you,
man,
but you're crazy.
like I treat this thing like I got to be real. I got to be me when I come on here, bro. And I'm a complex person, I can say, because I go with my mood, how I'm feeling, bro. That's how I live my life. About how I feel about it. That's how I move. So, one minute I'll be laid back, next minute I'll be in your face. Sometimes I can take shit and just let it roll off. Sometimes I don't. And I ain't never like that's why I don't come on here saying I'm positive and none of that shit. I'm mean, bro. So I'm gonna be real 100 regardless. I'm
There
not
was
coming
this
on here
one
doing
guy.
none of that shit.
There was this one
Fuck
guy
that.
that claimed he infiltrated somebody's bank account. I was like, y'all really asking for death now. Like
But like, yeah, people just weird. Like, you don't know who you telling on here, bro. That's why I don't be
yeah,
fucking with nobody like that. Like, if it's
you
beef,
have to protect
like,
yourself.
just
It's okay to frolic in conversations, but never underestimate whether or not somebody's crazy. You have to
what, what
protect yourself.
what somebody else would do. That's why
Yeah.
I'm here. Like I said, I'm in real life. I'm not a person to beef with nobody. I'm not about to beef with you. If we going at it, we going to war, and it's casualties. Somebody will get fucked up. That's how I am. So I don't bother people. I let people. If it's getting that deep, I'll walk away. Because once it's there, it's there. Once we there, we there. So that's why I don't even come on and playing with nobody. Like people that said some shit, and I'd be like, all right, man, have a nice day, and just
What
keep
about
it
the people
moving.
that put their kids, their
See,
children?
that's what I'm saying. I ain't about to play with
That's
none of that shit, man.
crazy.
You ain't about to play with my
How
kids,
are
man. You
you
got me fucked up.
berating your
You got me all the
children?
way. You ain't
On
about to
these
play with my kids. You ain't about to play
dysfunctional
with
ass
my wife.
families.
You ain't about to play with my mama. You ain't about to do none of that. Cause I don't play that shit in real life, bro. I ain't about to play that shit online. Like, so that's why I don't even fuck with people who willing to do. Like, you don't know how low people will go. So that's
That's
why I don't fuck with nobody,
crazy.
man. I
They
had
are
somebody like,
propping,
I
they're
got you.
using their
All right, bro.
offspring and their spouse as a prop, just to keep themselves significant. It's like if you don't have the personality to maintain interest, then you in the wrong situation. Like you need to develop a personality, then come back. You don't need to use your family as props. Like,
Oh,
like
man.
no,
Shit.
like, and it's not about
Yeah.
somebody using the information to make jokes. I'm talking about people looking people up, man. That shit is
Yeah, I ain't that
somebody
interested in
gonna get
nobody looking y'all up.
killed.
So y'all ain't got to worry about that shit from work. I ain't never looking none of y'all up because I ain't that damn interested. Y'all got
Somebody,
me concerned.
you know what word?
Yep.
Somebody asked me. They said, "What would I do if I was at like a grocery store and I'm talking to the cashier while they're ringing my stuff up, and somebody would say, 'Mela, is that you, Mela from YouTube?' They said, 'What would you do?' I said, 'They probably get shot.'
Hey, I was about to say, never leave with home without that.
because you know it
I
depends
don't know
on
your intentions.
the approach. I guess it depends on the approach. Like,
Man, bro, don't approach somebody. I
it's
don't
like,
get it.
but
I'm your number one fan.
I,
Fuck
I
that.
I
I don't know
said
you.
that so people wouldn't get any
Mm,
ideas that I'm a friendly person. It's like, no, don't
I
come
ain't built
find
like
me.
that.
You might regret it.
I ain't built like that, bro.
But
I ain't
I'm
built to
not.
be no victim.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, I mean, I'm not. I don't shoot from the hip like that. But I said it in that instance because it was a panel full of vultures, and they posed a question, and I just answered it like I was talking to a panel full of vultures. You know, in case anybody gets any bright ideas of looking me up, don't think it's going to be a friendly response. But to be honest with you, I'm not that type of person. I I would like to believe I'm more than reasonable, not necessarily to a fault. Well, almost to a fault. Very reasonable, very open-hearted, very thoughtful. But online, I've been baptized in bullshit, and that's the way I come through, ready to hit back. That's the way I come through. Because I've over a decade, I've been baptized in this bullshit. It's like, man, like every time I turn around, somebody is mad. I was on a panel with somebody that seemed innocent enough. It seemed innocent enough. This guy started talking crazy to me, and it took me aback because we was having Bible study 2 days ago. We was having Bible study 2 days ago, and now he's using F words and this word and just I was like, dang, I thought we was gonna continue the scriptures. But and so I listened to a next broadcast he had, and as it turns out, his girlfriend dumped him. His girlfriend dumped him. Um, she been playing him for his money, and she left him for somebody else who has more money than he's willing to spend to give, I guess. And I was like, I knew it. I knew something was wrong with that brother. And so I said all that to say that a lot of times, um, people will strike up a live stream because they're frustrated, and
Hmm.
it's a trap. It's a trap. Like it could be some innocent, you know, it could be something innocent that they will say, "Hey, I'm putting up groceries. Come and chill with me." And they playing music and everything, and say, "Okay, come chill." I know how to chill. Fuck it. I got a minute before I have to go eat lunch. if you go up there, it's like, yeah. So when we was on when we was having Bible study the other day, I was wondering, about this particular scripture. It's like, fuck that scripture. It's like, what the, just cussing and cussing and cussing.
Mhm.
I was like, oh, this was a trap.
Man.
So even after the
So
you know, that shit was hilarious to me when I think about it. And this happened recently, like earlier this month. It was like, damn it. And just because somebody is talking about wholesome topics, that doesn't mean they're a wholesome person. That's my point.
hell no. Most people on this bitch acting like a motherfucker.
Just
Motherfuckers on
because
here
they act right
acting
on
like a
one,
motherfucker.
just because they act right on one live stream, don't mean they're gonna act right on another live stream.
Yeah, that's what like that. The one thing I can say about myself. My bad. What up, though, Stoic? My nine is in the building. What it do with the business is, brother? I appreciate you, fam. Appreciate you. Hope you've been good, man. Hope everything been going good. But that's one thing about me, man. I'm consistent. You can just watch me. I've been doing what I've been doing since I've been doing. Ain't no extra shit. I don't be saying no crazy shit to women because shit, my wife watches this shit. My wife probably in the chat and not typing right now because I know her ass still woke. So my
Shout out
mom
to
watch this shit. My people watch this shit, bro. So
shout
I
out
just
to
be
your
me.
family. That's
Like
what's
trust
up.
me, especially my mom. Oh my! If I didn't say some crazy shit in here, like fronting and acting and shit, my wife would be in the chat like, no, you don't. My sister would be in the chat like, you bullshit. Like my people will call me out because we do that shit in real life. Like in real life, if I'm bullshit, they don't be caring about this shit. They ain't no internet people like that. But if they see me doing some foul shit, they gonna call me out. That's what we do. We hold each other accountable. So I mean, my people be all through here. My mom done been on here, my pops, my brother, my sister. I had a couple of my friends on here. You know what I'm saying? But they not
So
in
with
it.
that being said, what is it that you are intending to discuss with this title? What up, though? Like, what does that mean? You
Oh,
just
that's what
want
we
to
say
find
it
out
is.
who's up and who want to talk? Or,
That's what we say it is. What up, though? That's how we greet one another. Well, I was
yeah,
just saying, what up? Though? It's an open panel, open topic. My homegirl was supposed to pop up here. I don't know. She probably sleep. You down in
I'm
Texas.
getting ready to go to sleep
It's
myself. So
further pop it.
I just wanted to find out that all is well with you and yours, and apparently it is. And I was just chewing the fat, talking about things um, regarding the hopefully I was talking about an optimistic view of regarding the future of our people because that's all I really care about in life. The the greatest, most amazing and superior future of our people. And I remember one time before Obama, not saying that Obama is the second coming or nothing, but it was quite an extraordinary experience when I just basically had the attitude of, well, I guess our people ain't shit. I mean, what we got? We ain't got no industries. We ain't got nothing going for us. Our history has been declared just a bunch of slaves. Like, what we got? What we got going for us? Man, this is fucked up being black. This is fucked up. That was my attitude. This is fucked up being black. And then here comes this guy who's not quite all the way black, but his wife is,
Black enough. Shit.
and he's kind of black enough, right? And
Yeah.
I'm just
Smoking
like,
Newport.
okay, I'm
You
listening.
black.
I said, whoa, he highly educated for real. He ain't some Jesse Jackson rhyming shit. He's
Yeah.
actually a
I
brilliant
mean,
man. I was like, whoa, let me pay
Obama was the
attention
shit,
to this
man.
brother. And then I started watching the debates and how he acclimated and accommodated. And, he was just basically playing rugby football with this whole political scene, walking his shoes down to the fucking nub. He was out there doing it, man. And I was just like, wow. And then he won. Then he won. And
Boy
then
got
he did
abolished.
that walk. He did that walk. Him and Michelle did that walk. They got out the car because, it was like, well, black man going to get assassinated. They got out the car and they walked. I was like, you know what? maybe everything's gonna be all right. Maybe.
He hates
Now,
Trump.
what we fucked up, and I know I voted during the midterms, but a lot of people they thought voting for the president was enough. He needed the power of the Senate and the House, and unfortunately,
Mhm.
because they took civics out of public school, nobody knew that, and so and quite frankly, he was disappointed and embarrassed that people had enough vigor to vote for him, but they didn't understand intellectually that he needs the power of the House and Senate in order for him to be able to do whatever it is we would um, propose he would do. Like we could, you know, a lot of people they just assume because he's a brother married to a sister that he's going to automatically look out for us. First of all, he needed the power to do that. Second of all, he needed the incentive above those who had already invested in him, like all those rainbow people. They put a lot
Mhm.
of money into him.
Mhm.
We didn't do that. And I'm not saying that that's what it would have taken, but it damn sure would have helped if he had the power of the Senate and the House. And we, as public school, and I say we, even though I didn't do it, I voted during the midterms, but I was really shocked that a lot of people weren't even intellectually astute enough to know you got to vote during the midterms too. You can't just vote for president and be like, that's it. No, you gotta keep the power going. You gotta have all the power, not just some of the power, you know. And with the shutdown recently, that man didn't have no business turning off people's food stamps, but he did it anyway.
Mhm.
That's how cruel minded he is. Because even they did the shutdown when Obama was in office. They didn't shut down. They didn't get rid of, suspend food stamps or or maybe some people are on furlough. I don't know, but I do know that I didn't hear anybody complaining about their food stamps being delayed. This man, this individual that's in office, he thought it was funny to frighten
That-
people out of not
that-
having access to food. He thought it was funny, you know. He thought that was funny.
uh, a lot of these politicians are so far removed from the average conditions in this country. They don't understand it, bro. They don't understand the struggle because
He's like, "Oh,
they
I
ain't
guess
got it.
people gonna have to get. I guess these little girls just gonna have to get one less doll for Christmas. I guess these little boys are just gonna have to get one less baseball glove." He's making jokes about people being impoverished, man. That's how
So far
serious.
removed that they don't know how to
And
see
then you
it.
have people out here defending
So it
this
is funny though.
this Cheeto. They're defending and talking about, oh, he's great. He wants America to be great again. And it's like, no, no. He wants I can't even think like that. Like it's not right. It's not right. He already demonstrated what he is and people still stand by him. Maybe there's some type of spirit in the air or some fate that we have to face as to why he's in office.
Well, I mean, it's the condition. I
He
mean,
falsely promised that people's lives would be better without actually promising anything. He said, I
so
have
you
a
get people
concept.
crashing out now.
Say what?
People crashing out, burning MAGA hats and all that shit. They crashing out.
I
They
don't
don't know what, I
I
mean, they
don't
pissed off.
I
Like,
think
rich people
so,
only care about rich people, man. That's how it always been. That's how it always gonna be. Because them the people who keep them rich. Poor people don't keep people rich, bro. Rich people keep people rich. So they gonna take care of their own, bro. Just
but
like that. I mean, that's just how it is.
people want a leader, but they don't want to think for themselves. If people thought for themselves, there's no way they would be standing behind that guy like that. People are not thinking for themselves. You gotta
A
think.
man should have all that power. It's
Mhm.
though, the struggle. Because they came from, and see, that's why I don't forget it, bro. I don't forget it. And that's why I don't judge people, who in that struggle. Because I came from that shit. You know what I'm saying? I understand, like, the situations and conditions of poverty. I understand that. And not a lot of people gonna make it out that shit, but I'm one of the fortunate ones who did.
I
But
feel you. I
I,
feel you. I
but
mean,
even the
and
reason why I did, it was the reason why. It wasn't just because I made it out on my own free will. I'm
very,
not gonna lie to you, bro. I got family who's successful,
very,
so I had
very,
assistance and help. I had
very.
people put me in a position to succeed. A lot of people don't got that shit, bro. A lot
Well,
of
see,
people got
that's
to
what
get
I'm
it out the
saying.
mud themselves.
What I'm saying is that president now, he's not ever experienced poverty. And Barack Obama did. Barack Obama remembers when his mother had to get on food stamps. He remembers what it was like to be unwelcomed, even though he was qualified to be there. He knows what it's like to live and experience a well-rounded experience as a human being. Trump only knows one experience. And that's the difference. Like I think people drop the ball with not understanding that he can't relate to everyday people. He just cannot. Like, even if he wanted to, he couldn't relate to everyday people. We're just, I guess, pawns. You know, there's a disassociation with wealthy people that that it's like I can't explain it. Like when it comes to wealthy people and how they unconsciously have disassociated themselves with what it's like to be a well-rounded, well-adjusted human being. They're different, man. They are different people. They
It
have
is.
no sense of humanizing anyone that is not on their level. They just can't do it.
Let me play this and then I'm gonna give you a little insight to them. Shout out to Tay Each y'all. Tay Each y'all.
Come on, get that money, 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 money. I don't come the money, money.
Oh shit, Miller fell down. But yeah, I do agree with that too, Tay. It's the same fucking bird, just different wings, man. The wings are attached to the same fucking bird. That's how I look at it. And still, I agree with that too. Look, man, this is this is this is what I learned just dealing with people with money. They got different problems. Bro. Like people, like poor people, their problems is getting money. Rich people, their problems is keeping money. So I mean, we all got our own individual fights, and so if they in that position, that's how they thinking, bro. They ain't thinking about people underneath them. They thinking about how they can keep they where they at, and I can't blame them for that because I mean I ain't personally looking out for no handouts, but shit, let me get the opportunity and I'm good to go. You know what I'm saying? I'm good to go. I just need opportunity, bro. And that's what I think that's what most people want. They just want the opportunity. But the people who want the hand me outs, then I understand, bro. I mean, I understand. Because shit, if you rich and you keep giving out money, bro, you gonna be told too. That's just how it is, bro. If you giving it out and it ain't coming in, I mean that shit leaving, bro. So even where I'm at in life right now, like shit, there's some people I be wanting to help them, but I'm like, shit, I need help myself, bro. Like shit, I want shit in life. I just got a roof. I got to pay $600 a month for this motherfucker, bro. For in 2 years, so I can pay it off before any interest. It's like $635 a month. I'm paying for a new roof. So I mean, shit. Everybody got their own struggle and shit. You got to fix your struggle before you try to help somebody else with theirs. And they just got different problems than we got. You know, rich people got different issues than poor people. You know, they problems is keeping money. Like shit, I couldn't imagine being rich and going broke. That'd be fucked up. That should be fucked up. Can you imagine that shit? You rich. Yeah, yeah, worry about nothing. Then one day you just broke. Now you that'd be fucked up, bro. Like even maintaining my own, I ain't got no lavish lifestyle or nothing like that. But just maintaining my lifestyle, that shit important to me, bro. I ain't trying to live in no, you know, I'm in a house, so I'm not trying to go into an apartment. But if I have to, then it is what it is, right? But I don't have to. So long as I keep adding shit, because this shit coming out. But long as I keep adding, I'm good. You know, so my problem's gonna be different from someone who's trying to get where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I understand the whole. For me, I take my emotions out of shit and just observe it for what it is. You know, I don't have rich people problems, and being coming from a poor person, you might think like I'd rather have rich people problems than poor people problems, but shit, man, if you look at happiness, most of the time it's the poor people happier than the people with the money. Money don't bring you happiness, man. That shit is more. Look, man, it is a problem getting money, but imagine if you're trying to keep the money. That shit is a whole new set of problems, man. That's a whole new set of problems. That's why you be seeing these people do this unscrupulous shit, bro. They trying to keep their money lifestyle. They be doing some crazy shit, bank fraud, and all this weird shit, bro. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to realize. I don't want rich folk problems, bro. I'm straight on that tip, bro. I do not want rich folks problems. They got a whole set of problems, bro. Hey, and that's the thing too. That's the thing too, right there. Saint, that's the thing too, bro. It's like I was having this discussion. I was on TikTok, and this lady was like, "Men don't protect women no more." And I'm like, "You want a random guy to protect?" I'm like, "Where the guys that in your family?" Instead of talking shit about all the guys, just talk shit about how your family ain't shit. Because I crash out for any of my family. I'm gonna protect mine. But for me to go risk my life to protect somebody I don't know, then who go protect my family now if something happened to me? Like you, self preservation is the number one law of life, bro. It's preserving your own life. You know, while my kids go grow up fatherless because I was trying to help somebody or put myself, and I don't even know why you in the situation you're in. Like when I was younger, I see some shit happening. I'm trying to be like Batman and shit. I'm older now. I got to observe a little more. Like, hold on, let me make sure that the probability of me of helping and not getting hurt is high. Because if it's low, then I'm sorry, bro. I'm gonna call 911. That's it. That's the best I can do for you. Call 911. If it's a chance for me to lose my life for a stranger, I'm gonna call 911 first. I'm just keeping it real. If it's mine, then that's my duty. That's my obligation. But like when I be hearing like women say, "Oh, men don't protect women," I be thinking like, where the fuck is the man in your family, bro? That's their responsibility. You can't put the responsibility of protecting women on every single man. You can't do that shit. That shit don't even make sense. And then something happened to him. What you gonna do for his kids? So nah, I agree with that, bro. I agree with that. I agree with that. Like some of them arguments, that should be sounding crazy, bro. I'd be like, you need some men around you. Go find a man that's willing to protect you. That's what you need to do. Be of value where a man look at you like, hey, I'm willing to protect you. Do that. Like to some of these women, I'll be like, man, you probably be out there talking shit, getting into bullshit, and now you want some man to run in and defend your bull. Nah, bro. I'd have been in situations like that. Like, I'm trying to help somebody, then I realized like they started this shit. Like this shit wouldn't even be going on. Now me and this dude about to get into it because you was out here, and then you ain't gonna do nothing but do the shit next week anyway. You gonna keep doing the same shit because you expect somebody to come in and like, man, hell no, hell no. But if it's my people, man, friends, family, yeah, they're my people. That's my duty. That's part of my obligation in life is to protect mine. So I'm always protect mine, but I can't protect everybody. Because if ain't no other man willing to protect you, that say more about you. Why ain't nobody that you know willing to protect you? Like that's why, like when people be saying shit, I be like, man, you better be careful because you'll fuck around and meet somebody like me, and I start asking questions. You talk about men don't protect. Why is it that the man and your they don't think you valuable enough to protect the men in your life? They don't think you are of value where they need to protect you. Okay, that's saying a lot more about you than you know. So people gotta be careful with that, man. Definitely gotta be careful with that. Yeah, that ain't that wouldn't be fair to my family. You know what I'm saying? That wouldn't be fair to my family. Now I ain't about to just watch like if I see like I was in the store one day and this man was just hauling off on this shit. And I grabbed his arm and locked that bitch, like, bro, you go chill. And I held him on the ground and then security came and took him and shit, but he was just welling on the shit. That was probably about 7 years ago. That was like 7 years ago. That was before I lost my eyesight and all that shit. Well, me and my wife, we was in a Walmart, man. This dude was just beating the chick in the chip aisle. I don't know what happened, but I'm looking like, bro, I can't just watch no guy. But I was in a position where I could restrain him, so and then I'm skilled like that. I can do that. That's why I said I mean, but I can't sit and watch no shit like that. But somebody waving a gun, nah, I'm straight, bro. I'm straight. I ain't bulletproof, my baby. I'll call 911 for you while I'm at a safe distance, but I ain't bulletproof. I'm gonna get robbed. I'm like, just give it to him. Just I be screaming from across the street. Just give it to him. Man, this is foul and this is fucked up, right? I had a friend I went to high school with. Man, he we played football, so he was bigger than me, big dude. And yeah, we was out of high school though. We was out of high school. And he was at a gas station. The lady was getting robbed, or I don't know. The lady was being assaulted. He stopped the guy, but he ended up getting shot and died. And come to find out, the lady who was getting beat on, she was actually getting pistol whipped. But the guy was like her pimp, and she was like on drugs and shit. And a year later, she got arrested for prostitution. And I'm sitting there like, damn, my homeboy died for no reason because she's still doing the same shit that she was doing when he was trying to help her. Like she's still doing the same shit. So either situation, I seen something online similar to that. I seen something online similar to that story too, where this man helped this lady and then his kids and shit, uh, was left without a father and it like kind of tore their life apart because he was the breadwinner, but he risked his life to help someone and like the person didn't even appreciate it and used that as a second chance in life and they kept doing foul shit. So I mean, yeah, man, life is man, life is full of ups and downs, hills, and that's just how life is. Like, you got to be strategic in life, though. You can't be impulsive because this ain't no video game where you get a reset button or you can start over. Nah, bro, you get one chance at what the current life that you living now. You get one chance, and you got to make the most of it. You got to be strategical and smart about how you move because every cause has an effect. Everything that you do leads to something else. So you could be setting yourself up for failure, or you could be setting yourself up for success with each move you make. With each move so you have to be strategical. Shit, the only reason I'm sitting here talking to y'all now is because that's how I grew up. In like I wasn't in no gang. We wasn't like gang banging. We was hustling. But like in the 2000s, shit got wild, man. People started. We wasn't. Man, we used to fight all the time. We'd be whoop somebody come on the block like, nah, bro, you can't sell over here. You know, you sell your little weed bags and shit, and then somebody come on your block, y'all get to a fight, right? And that'd be it. Y'all just fight. But then they start shooting, like in the mid late 2000s, people started shooting, bro. So it was like shit. I didn't even. I was like when I say be strategical, I went and got me a bulletproof vest. I never left home without my shit. I stopped drinking and sitting. I used to sit in my car and get. I stopped doing that shit. Like any way you can get caught slipping, don't do it. Don't ever feel comfortable living in that lifestyle because the moment you do, you gone. Moment your ass get comfortable, people be watching and waiting for your ass to be slipping. I done get shot at so many times, and if my head wasn't on the swivel, I wouldn't have been here talking to y'all, bro. If I didn't react in time, I wouldn't be here talking to y'all, bro. So you just had to, couldn't go to certain gas stations at night. I mean, it was just, you had to be strategic. People getting all drunk and high and hanging out. Nah, I wasn't doing none of that. When I stopped drinking, going out, like anytime I went out, I need to be sober because that's when they get your ass. When you go to the club and party on your way home, you make that stop at a Coney Island, the 24-hour restaurant. Man, so many people got hit in the Coney Island, bro. Oh, I'm hungry. But you better have some food at the crib and get your ass in the house. That's just how it was, man. You had to keep your head on the swivel. So life is about being strategic, man. Every move leads to another move. Depending on how you move, you either gonna be going forward or backwards, or you gonna be going in a circle. Cause and effect, man. That's a universal law that people really need to understand because that's an aspect of almost everything. You know, the reason your life is the way it is now is because the decisions you made in your past, the choices and decisions of your past created the life that you live right now. So just knowing that, making better decisions, you're gonna put yourself in a better situation later on. Make better decisions today to have better results for tomorrow. That's how you gotta move, man. You gotta set yourself up for success. Like Mother was saying, most people they don't set themselves up, man. We live in this microwave society where we want everything instantly. That ain't how shit works, man. That's not reality. Some people that shit might pop off like that, but when it do pop off like that, guess what? They don't know how to maintain it because it was given to them. They didn't have to work and build it. That's like if you build a house and it get knocked down, you know how to build a house because you did it the first time. But if somebody give you a house and it get knocked down, you gonna be waiting for somebody else to build a house. You don't know how to build a fucking house. You ain't built the first one you was there. That's how life is. When people give you shit, it's cool in that moment, but if you ever lose it, you ain't gonna know how to get it back if you ain't never go get it yourself. That's why it's important to do the work. Fuck that instant shit, bro. Anything that comes instant usually ain't sustainable. That shit usually don't last long. Like even popping off on YouTube, people come on YouTube and they pop, right? And they can't maintain it. Why? Because they don't really know what they did to pop. They might have been talking shit. So what they do? They start talking more shit. And then they get into the uncouth area. They behavior be uncouth. And then they go from uncouth to unscrupulous. That's how the shit work, bro. You go from bad behavior to immoral behavior. People be doing the most to get clicks and views on it. It's like, bro, that shit ain't even. That's like selling your soul to me, bro. Like to me, it's like selling your soul. For me to come on here and just do some unscrupulous shit, that's like me selling my soul for some clicks and views, for some donations. I'm gonna come on here yelling and screaming and hollering. Hell nah, bro. Y'all got me fucked up. But come on here and scream. Only people in life I holler at is my kids, bro. I don't holler at nobody else. If I raise my voice at you, then you done piss me off. But as far as hollering and yelling, I ain't doing it. There be some grown ass man over here. Sound like they PMSing and shit. Yelling and screaming, the way they be talking to women. I be like, God damn, bro, you ain't got no mama or no sister or nothing. You ain't got no females in there. Damn. Like if I get that intense with a female, I'm just not gonna talk to you, bro. I ain't about to sit here and do all that crazy shit. You be yelling at no women and shit. That shit weak as hell to me, bro. I'm about to sit here and fight with a woman online. Motherfuckers be doing that shit though. Like Mother said, motherfuckers be talking under women, saying some crazy shit. Like what if somebody said that to your mama or your daughter, bro? How would you feel? Like people don't think like that no more. And people don't think like that. And shit, maybe their mama and their daughter get talked to like that. I don't know. That's probably why they comfortable doing that shit. You know, some people grow up like that, man, watching their mama get beat and shit and cussed out. So they think that shit normal. So they go out and do that shit too. Some people come up like that, man. So I mean, it ain't no telling why people the way they are. The commander, yeah, yeah. She always she catch the replay, man. She be in the comments. Yeah, commander. Shout out to commander. Commander Stoic said, "What up, though? Well wishes." Too. Yeah, she be in the comments, man. Commander be in the comments. I ain't gonna stay up here too much longer. I was waiting for Tage to come up. I don't know. I sent you the link when you could hit the thing. I don't know if she still want to come up, but I ain't gonna hold you up too much longer, bro. I wasn't even gonna come on tonight. The Lions lost. I'm in my salty factory right now, bro. I feel salty as hell, bro. I thought this was the year they was going to the Super Bowl. Man, they gonna be chilling at the crib with me watching somebody else play, bro. They fucking up. So yeah, I'm in my salty mode. So I'm a little petty right now. Yeah, I'm being a little petty. So, I'm being all salty mode. Wait, let me get my ass off here. About the yeah, I'll be on sometime this week, man. Probably closer towards the end of the week. I'm probably gonna chill. Beginning of the week. My OG birthday coming up on the 25th. That's what next week. I think that's next week. Yeah. So I don't know. I might do something. If she don't come, like she out on assignment now. My mom be doing that traveling nursing. Her ass be gone, boy. Shout out to mama, man. She be like, I'm out. My mama be living her best life, man. I love that shit, bro. I love my mama, man. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I love the shit out of my mama, man. And I'm just blessed I still got her. I know some people ain't got their OGs, man. That's why I'm so grateful, and always show respect and be filial towards my parents, man, because, just talking to people who don't have their parents, it just make me realize how lucky I am. You take shit for granted sometimes, man. You take shit for granted, like, because you have access to it, but when it's gone, bro. So if y'all still got your parents, man, make sure y'all love on them, man. Show them some love, man. Show them some appreciation. Show them some gratitude, man. If you still got them, bro. Because when they gone, bro. You only get one dad. You only get one mom, man. You know. So I lost some family members, some close family members. The last 3 years, my cousins, they was like my brothers growing up. And they young. They died young. So and shit, even with my situation, I ain't know where I was gonna be or how I was gonna be. So I mean, just be grateful, man. That's why I don't be all on that bullshit, bro. All on that beef shit. Like that's what I'm saying. People can't be having real lives, bro. You come on here doing that unscrupulous shit, like, bro, life is precious, man. Life is so precious, man. And we just gotta appreciate it while we got it, because tomorrow ain't promised a day for none of us, man. So if you get that opportunity, make the best out of it. Just do that. Work hard, work hard, and party hard too. Enjoy life, man. Enjoy it. Enjoy the little things, and I promise you, the big things will come. The more you enjoy the little aspects of life, the bigger and grander things come. Because you be in that mode to receive those bigger things. But if you don't learn how to appreciate the small things, you ain't gonna never achieve nothing big. You ain't gonna never have nothing big if you don't know how to appreciate the little. So that's all. That's my wise words of the day. Grateful. Yes, that's the key word. That's the key word, man. Being grateful, bro. Every day I wake up, man, even with my migraines, I'll be like, man, I'm happy I can feel this pain today. But shit, when it's over, it's over. I ain't gonna feel shit. So I'm happy I can feel it. I can still be here with my kids. They get on my nerves, bro. My kids get on my nerves, but I wouldn't have it no other way, bro. I wouldn't have it no other way. I love my little midgets to death. They just bad as my kids bad. I mean, they my kids. What else am I supposed to expect? They my kids. Like if they wasn't bad, then I'd be like, oh, these ain't mine. I don't know who kids these is. They too well behaved. Now my kids wild like me, bro. Just they get it from their daddy. I can't be. I just be sitting back looking like I remember when I did that shit. Hey, I did shit like that. Yep, that's me. That's little old me. I be blaming it on my wife though. Like that's that Middle Eastern shit, bro. She get mad as hell. That shit be funny though. Like nah. There ain't no black. That's that Middle Eastern side, bro. That's why they tripping like that. She be getting mad. No, it's not. Yeah, you gotta have fun with life, man. Learn to laugh, bro. Learn to laugh. And if you ain't got nothing to laugh at, create something. Make it yourself, bro. No excuses not to smile and laugh and be happy. No excuse, man. You ain't got a reason, create one. Simple as that. You ain't got a reason to be happy, make one. No excuse. But let me get my butt out of here, man. Yeah, Gary sleeps. Gary done took his butt to sleep. Everybody sleep on me. But man, I appreciate Mella. Appreciate you coming through. Tay, Stoic, Didi. Who else was in the chat? The realest one was in the building. Stop playing with me. That's my homie, man. I think that was the Blood Pile. Appreciate everybody who came through. G was here earlier. Appreciate everybody who came through, man. Y'all know what I always say. Care about how you feel. These are conversations to build nation. And if I say anything to resonate with you, do me a favor. Hit that share button. Tell somebody. Tell somebody. Help me spread the word. But until next time, peace out.
Do it for the nine.
What up, Nine?